Are there changes to the loan amounts available?
Yeah, so that was the other part of the announcement that we've been hoping for since even round one of the P3 program was we have a lot of clients that are sole proprietors. So think like Schedule C small businesses. A lot of them don't even have employees; it's just themselves. And so the way that you calculated the loan amount under the Paycheck Protection Program was to look at the net business income. So you think gross revenue minus all of your expenses that's reported on your tax return, Schedule C of the tax return for the most part. And you essentially are counting yourself as one employee, and that net Schedule C income is your paycheck. That's what you so divide that by 12 and multiply by 2.5. And so the major change that was kind of announced this morning, and the details are still a little fuzzy on this, but for the most part, it sounds like they're going to be moving to where they're going to allow small businesses that are sole proprietors to be able to utilize gross revenue, okay, as opposed to net. And so that's a big change to where a lot of our small business sole practitioner type clients, let's say that they have $200,000 of revenue, but maybe they only have $20,000 of net business income. So that's what, after all their business expenses, maybe they purchased some equipment or what have you. And so this is going to allow them to utilize that higher threshold, that revenue number, as opposed to that lower amount, their net business income. And so, for a lot of our small business clients that are just essentially themselves with their with no employees, they're going to have a significant increase to the amount that they are eligible to apply for as a loan. Now, again, the details are fuzzy. We don't 100% know. Okay, what if I have one employee? Can I, do I still use my top line revenue instead of my net? We don't know that yet, or I haven't seen anything on it yet. Or what happened? Can I? Does this apply to both round one and round two? Because we have some clients that haven't applied for round one yet, that are in this situation as a sole proprietor, or is it just round two? We don't know. The bad news is that it sounds like if you've already applied, that you may not be able to participate in this expanded the loan amount. And this is why a lot of my clients have kind of been a little thinking I'm just pushing this off, kicking the can down the road. But we try not to make irreversible changes, and this is one of those areas that I've been kind of holding off and waiting, because there's been rumblings that they're going to expand the program. And so this is an area that we wanted to make sure that we were trying to do the best for our clients and not make any big changes immediately, to where like, let's say you're a sole proprietor and you applied for P3 loan last week under that net Schedule C income basis, and now all of a sudden your gross revenue basis can create a higher loan amount, and you may be out of luck under this program, because what we're hearing is that those loans that are already in the process, they're going to be under the old rules, and the ones that are not in the process yet, they're going to be under the new rules. So again, trying to find make decisions that are not going to be irreversible down the road, which means being patient sometimes. And it's hard. I know that because think back to April last year when everything was fast and furious on this, and everyone was frustrated that loans weren't getting funded. Big companies were getting funded, small ones were getting left out, and then the money ran out. Currently, our the round two funding, it's not quite that. We don't quite have that rush to where we can utilize. The funding does not appear to be running out quickly, and so March 31st is our end date right now, and it appears that the money is probably going to stay through that period. So we don't have that super rush, and so this is one of those reasons why I was kind of trying to get some clients that I felt might be in this area to be able to get some expanded funding to hold off which I'm glad I did now. But I mean, that's kind of big picture, Jolena, is to be able to think, gross revenue instead of net income. Net business income is the eligibility for, the multiplier for finding the loan amount. So those are kind of the two big things: is the timing of our 2 weeks, and for under 20, and then for the super small businesses, the sole practitioners, sole proprietors, there may be even a greater opportunity to have a larger loan amount.